All right, let's talk about it. There's this huge storm brewing in education, and it's all powered by AI. It's got English language teachers everywhere asking a really big question. With AI in the picture, what are we even here for?
So, just how big is this storm? Well, check out this number. In Singapore, a whopping 3 out of every 4 teachers are already using AI. Yeah, you heard that right. This isn't some future of education talk. It's happening, like right now.
And get this, that 75%, it's more than double the rate of their peers overseas. So what does that mean? It means teachers in Singapore are basically leading the charge globally in figuring this whole thing out. They're on the front lines of this huge professional shift.
Okay, so what are they actually doing with it? Well, pretty much everything. We're talking designing learning activities, coming up with feedback, helping with marking, even spotting where students are struggling. AI is basically becoming this super-powered teaching assistant, right? A digital co-pilot that can handle a ton of the grunt work. And, when you see AI doing all of this, it naturally leads to a pretty scary question. It's causing a real identity crisis for teachers. I mean, if this tool can do so much of what we've always done and maybe do it faster and better, what's left for us? What's our job anymore? And this isn't just a little bit of anxiety, It's a full-on professional identity crisis. Teachers are really starting to ask themselves some deep questions, like, who am I as a teacher? What do I even stand for when a machine can do half my job? And this stuff isn't just abstract or philosophical, right? It shows up as real, everyday worries. Are my students actually thinking for themselves anymore? Is this their work or the AI's? How can I even tell? And you start to wonder, am I losing my own professional judgment in all this?
So, what do we do? How can teachers navigate all of this? In this fog of uncertainty, you really need a lighthouse. And the answer isn't some fancy new app or another piece of tech. Nope. It's an anchor we've had all along, something that can guide us right through the middle of this storm.
And that lighthouse? It's the curriculum that's already in place. Specifically, for teachers in Singapore, it's the English Language Syllabus 2020. Now, this isn't just some boring document. It's packed with the core principles of what makes teaching great. The timeless stuff that an AI just can't copy. Inside that syllabus, there are what we can call 4 guiding lights, 4 big ideas to remind us what's really important. It reminds us that language is for connecting with people, right? That it involves building positive attitudes. And that it's all about context, the purpose, audience, context, and culture, what they call PAC. It's so much more than just learning a bunch of grammar rules.
And this is where you see the big difference between AI and a teacher, plain and simple. AI is all about the what and the how-to. It's a tool, but only a human teacher can bring the why. And maybe most importantly, only a teacher can understand the who, that specific, unique student sitting in their classroom.
Okay, so here's the key idea. AI is missing something called pedagogical content knowledge. Now, what the heck is that? Well, think of it like this. AI might know a recipe inside and out, but it doesn't have that chef's touch, that gut feeling to know, this person would like a little more spice. It's that magic mix of knowing your subject cold and knowing how to teach it to a real live human being.
So what can't AI do? It can't look at one of your students and figure out exactly why they're struggling. It can't lead a real, deep conversation about the ethics of using AI. It can't plan a lesson around social and emotional learning. And it definitely can't create that safe, warm classroom vibe where students actually fall in love with language. So this is our chance to kind of reshape what it means to be a teacher. We're not just taskmasters or grading machines anymore. Our role is becoming something deeper. We're the guardians of human reasoning. We're the ones who have to curate and facilitate real understanding in a world that's just flooded with text that a machine wrote. Okay, so how do we stay focused and, sane through all of this? Here's a little sanity check for you. We're going to look at 4 commitments that any English teacher can make to really strengthen their professional identity and feel that sense of purpose again. All right, first up, we've got to be real experts in our field. Not just delivering content, but curating it. Second, we need to design lessons that are about purposeful inquiry, sparking curiosity, not just boring drills. Third, we have to be the ones guiding students on how to use these AI tools critically and ethically. And last, but definitely not least, we need to double down on the human stuff, modeling empathy and building real connections. That's our superpower. And really, that's the big takeaway here.
Look, AI is an amazing tool. It's powerful and it can take so much of the tedious stuff off our plates. But the heart of education, the purpose, the empathy, the human connection, that stuff is and always will be fundamentally human. It's irreplaceable.
So I want to leave you with one last really powerful thought here. It perfectly sums up the challenge, but also the opportunity. In the age of AI, a teacher's deep knowledge isn't obsolete. No way. It's actually more important than ever before. So the real question isn't, will AI replace teachers? The real question is, are we as teachers ready to lead in a world with AI?